Hey guys, Roman and Reaper here. Yep, outside the cinema time, and obviously it's time for the family film of the year. Yep, Fast X, or Fast 10 Your Seatbelts as it should have been called. I'm looking forward to this. I do have a bit of a soft spot for the Fast Saga, so I'm kind of looking forward to this. I'm also just excited to watch Jason Momoa chew up the scenery. I know what I'm in for. I'm probably gonna have a decent time, but yeah, I won't waste too much more time. I'm gonna head in, get my snack, get my seat, and ready for Fast. So I've got my popcorn here and a Fanta, ready for family. So yeah, back from seeing Fast X, it is Fast X. You know what to expect from this franchise at this point, just pure radioactive stupidity. Um, Although this time around, they're obviously trying to inject a bit of weight and heft into proceedings, with this being the beginning of a two-part finale, or a trilogy finale. I don't know at this point, but does it deliver more of what you'd expect? Let's find out. So in the film, Dom and the family are being pursued by Dante Reyes, the son of a Brazilian crime boss, who blames Dom for losing everything on the day of the Rio heist from Fast Five. And when a job in Rome goes wrong, the family find themselves split up across the globe on the run from a madman who will actively wipe them off the face of the earth just to get his revenge. So I'm sure by now this has had a bit of a rough road to the screen. Franchise veteran Justin Lin stepped down after a week. Universal scrambled to get his replacement, and they found that in Louis Leterrier. And to Leterrier's credit, he did manage to dial the stupid back a bit from Fast 9, where that featured yeah, space and magnet cars, among other things. This is not on that level, but much like with earlier entries, how much you enjoy it will depends on how much you tolerate just general brain dead action and disregard for the laws of physics. Because don't get me wrong, they have dialed things back a bit, but only a bit, because it's still unbelievably ludicrous. Yep, I walked into that one. Uh, and this is a film that features, among other things, Vin Diesel lifting a car up with one hand, flipping it over, and then it drives itself. And Vin Diesel driving through a cafe, shielding it from an explosion using his car. And just all kinds of vehicular carnage involving cars and helicopters on a freeway near a dam. It is ridiculous, and it's exactly what you'd want from a Fast and Furious film, no more, no less. Ludicrous action scenes with obviously not a lot of weight or heft, some pretty ropey CGI and green screens, and obviously its own, unique sense of logic, where this big massive explosion, we cut to the news reports and it's like, there were no casualties and they kept loss of life to a minimum, and you think, fuck off. There's no way. but you just go along with it because it's Fast and Furious. Like, I will admit, the middle does sort of lose sight of its vehicular stupidity with some unfortunately quite generic, poorly edited fist fights. Like, I definitely just wanted to see more Vin Diesel doing stupid stuff in a car. But, in amongst all the carnage, the film has its heart. And that heart, yep, family. The family dynamics, is warm and inviting as ever, even if some of it is getting a little bit stale, looking at you, Roman and Tej. But there's just a charming enough bunch, and all the actors are clearly understand the assignment, and they're having fun. Obviously, it's that usual Fast franchise thing of everyone else is having fun, and Vin Diesel is taking the whole thing deathly serious. Yep, old stone faced Vin is reliably is reliably listless as ever. And it doesn't help that they try and give him like moments of genuine, sincere emotion that he cannot emote his way out of. Like he's, but the film also kind of keeps things fresh with new blood. I enjoyed the small roles of Brie Larson and Daniela Melchior, and I'd like to see them get more fleshed out in the sequel. They were fun. I also enjoyed Alan Richardson. I'm really interested to see where they take him. But obviously, the standout far and away is Jason Goddamn Momoa. He is having a whale of a time playing Dante, just chewing up the scenery and devouring like a three-course meal with all these really delightfully camp, flamboyant mannerisms. He is so much fun and legit got some of the biggest laughs. Notably in this scene where he paints the nails of corpses and pretends to have conversations with them. I I cannot wait to see more of him. He is a blast. He is the best Fast franchise villain far and away. Like this is obviously not a series known for its memorable rogues gallery, but Momoa injects all kinds of new life into it. He is a blast. And in fact, if there is a reason I would recommend for you to see the film, it is him. And obviously, in amongst all the fun, stupid set pieces and the family dynamic and and some amusing gags, the film definitely has some structural and storytelling issues. While yes, the whole thing is a blast. I wasn't quite on board with it until the action got going in Rome. Like the film opens with this big flashback to Fast Five, and you're thinking, well, if you're going to flash back to the series at its best, surely, you've got to bring your A game as well. So it don't quite start themselves off on the strongest foot. But as I say, once things get going in Rome, it is a delight. But really, my big issue with everything is, is how almost disjointed it feels with all these disparate strands and the subplots. Obviously the main plot of this game of cat and mouse between Dante, the agency, and the family. It's a lot of fun. It's the actual like little B plots. They're ver- are varying degrees of quality. The best two were the one with Jacob babysitting Dom's son Brian, very very funny, and just John Cena exercising his usual goofy charm. I also really enjoyed the one of Dom chasing after Dante in Brazil. That was a lot of fun, and I enjoyed the connection Daniela Melchior's character had to the franchise's past. It's the other subplots that are kind of hit or miss. There's one involving Roman, Tej, Ramsey, and Han that that does kind of overstay its welcome and doesn't really add much to the characters, but it kind of keeps the plot going, I guess. But there are funny moments involved, notably a bit involving a psychedelic muffin. Yes, that is real. Just see the film and you'll understand. And unfortunately, I got to admit, the worst subplot is the one involving Letty and Cipher. Like it doesn't build much. It'll probably get fleshed out more in the sequel, but there are just long stretches where we where the film doesn't show them, and then when it comes back, they're like, oh yeah, they're in this. That's kind of a shame because obviously Michelle Rodriguez is on, kind of hot streak lately. By the way, do watch Dungeons and Dragons on Among Thieves. She is great in that. But yeah, this one just didn't add anything. Could easily have been cut. And I have my issues with the ending. Not necessarily for how it's done per se, although it does end on this hilariously blatant cliffhanger, but more so much in the questions it raises for the future. Like this tries to inject like Infinity War level dramatic stakes to the proceedings at the end, and I don't know if they are going to commit to it. I highly doubt they will. Not least because the ending involves a long dead character returning. I won't spoil who, but like I don't think they will have the balls to go like sticking to some of the big dramatic moments, especially with how like meaningless death and stuff has become in the franchise. And yeah, overall, Fast X, I did have a decent time watching it. It was a lot of fun. Obviously it's got big storytelling issues, and obviously some elements of this franchise formula are beginning to get old. But in saying that, I had a good time. It's not gonna be anything too memorable, but I did enjoy myself overall. I'm gonna give it a 6.5 out of 10. I did enjoy this more than Fast 9. And yeah, let me know down in the comments. Have you seen Fast X? What do you think of it? What's your favorite entry? Do you think they should have ended it at 7? The only correct answer is yes. And are you excited to see more of Momoa? And without spoiling anything, what was your favorite stupid set piece? Let me know all down in the comments. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you're new. And don't forget to turn on post notifications so you don't miss an upload.